a tycoon, and we've been meeting entrepreneurs for almost every sector. Now, one movie which I'm sure has served as an inspiration to many over here is Citizen Kane, where the protagonist starts a newspaper and with it, a media empire. Radhika Saxena goes out there and finds an entrepreneur who's trying to do something just like that.
Today children are very sensitive to the things that are going on around them, and they have this instinctive sort of urge to want to do something.
Helping kids address this instinctive urge was the core concept around which RobinAge was built by RK Arora, a media entrepreneur.
I thought that why not create a reading product which is actually a child's own newspaper. So that gives him the involvement, gives him the sense of ownership of a paper.
And so, RobinAge was born, conceived of a dream that RK Arora had while he was working with Chanda Mama, the popular children's magazine.
I was forming what you may call a mental scrapbook of what the paper should look like, what it should contain, what should happen to it.
Him subsequently starting a printing press meant that he now had the required resources to turn his mental scrapbook into a real newspaper. The only question, what did children really want to read? To help him find out, whom did he turn to? Well, his daughter.
RobinAge's content and even RobinAge's name, coming from sort of the idea of Robin Hood, is based on the concepts of care, share and dare.
After 6 months of market research, which involved speaking to children, parents, teachers and principals, dummy copies were created. And finally, after all that hard work, the first issue of RobinAge was published on the 17th of April 2008. And child customized, was it?
It's got a sports section, it's got interactivity, it's got jokes, it's got riddles, it's got comics, it's got Mumbai news, it's got world news, it's got a cover story, and interestingly most of our cover stories are written by kids themselves. In fact, you'll be surprised to know that more than 25% of our content is written by kids.
An initial investment of ₹10 lakhs included pre-launch research, investment in stocks of superior quality paper, news agency costs, and of course, salaries. With it customized for a target audience between the age group of 6 and 14, subscription drive started nearly 4 months before the launch and targeted schools in a big way. And from an initial print run of 2,000 copies, the circulation has touched over 12,000 copies with a readership of nearly 40,000 in just over a year. The distribution strategy is now a multi-pronged one, which includes home subscriptions, bulk deliveries to schools, and retail sales through newsstands and bookstores. And going by the steadily increasing subscription numbers, the kids seem to be RobinAge fans.
I love to read RobinAge puzzles and mazes. And I like the stories in it. I love the prints, the outer cover. It's like our newspaper. Everything is written about our world, whatever happens in our world, what's going on. I was very excited when I saw my article in the RobinAge newspaper. It's a fantastic paper.
All right now, boys and girls, we've got another story for you now.
The newspaper also has social programs and initiatives which keeps children both involved and motivated.
We have a program called Junior Robin Reporter, so any child who writes news, who writes something about current affairs actually gets a certificate saying that you are now a Junior Robin Reporter. Other than that, we also have the Each One Teach One supplement, where a child can actually pull out a sheet and go out into their building society and teach somebody who doesn't necessarily go to school or who doesn't know how to read and write. These elements make it stand out from any other newspaper.
Apart from the backup of production and distribution which is provided by RobinAge's flagship company Printographic, the startup employs 2 designers, 3 marketing personnel and mass media students as their part-time journalists to help keep the freshness alive.
We are a different generation altogether, so when we write, our perspectives are totally different from the ones older.
Like other media companies, almost 70% of RobinAge's revenues comes through advertising. The newspaper has managed to attract over 45 advertisers across multiple sectors who believe they have good reason to advertise on the paper.
We have done with RobinAge is we are not doing plain vanilla advertisements. We are doing a sponsored page where we are giving information on South Africa. It started with articles on South Africa about the history, about the map of South Africa, the flag of South Africa, and it went on then to targeting a touristic destination.
Its current revenue stand at 5 lakhs per month, and given the current slowdown which has restricted advertising revenue, they believe it will take another year or so to break even. It's only after this that RobinAge will look at extending its wings. To spread RobinAge's wings further, the team wants to increase their focus in other metros. At the same time, they'll also be looking at tie-ups with foreign publishers to offer a franchisee licensing for the paper. So who knows, maybe on your next trip abroad, instead of The Sun and The Guardian, you might well be reading RobinAge.
Well, if you want to sign up for a subscription of RobinAge like I did, simply log on to www.robinage.com. And while RobinAge goes out there and takes flights, I'm going to join everybody here for some lunch. Coming up, worried about your credit card being misused? The next startup might have the solution.